In Maine, we love well-made things. Like Bean Boots, crafted by skilled Mainers since 1912. And craft beer, brewed to peak deliciousness all over our state. So we're looking behind the curtain at how both of these masterpieces are made. You're watching Bean Boots and Brews. For this episode, we sent one of our top bootmakers to Rising Tide Brewing Company to learn how beer is made.
Hey, Sean.
Hey, Sarah. Nice to meet you. Welcome to Rising Tide. Come on in. So we're here at Rising Tide Brewing in Portland. You ready to make some beer?
I sure am.
What do you know about making beer?
Actually, not very much at all. I love beer, but I want to know more about the process.
Excellent. Well, there's a lot of steps along the way. We're going to talk about recipe, the ingredients, and all the things that go into making these small batch beers. So you want to meet Nathan and talk about the first step?
That sounds great.
Great. Let's do it.
Okay.
Sarah, meet Nathan Sanborn of Rising Tide Brewing Company.
Hi, Sarah. Nice to meet you.
Hi, nice to meet you.
So Nathan, we're talking about recipes today. How do you go about coming up with a recipe for beer?
Sure. So it's usually a long process that starts with sort of a concept. We want to think about what we're trying to get out of a new beer that we're going to produce. And then once we have that sort of idea, then I like to go through the ingredients that we typically would use, or maybe try and find a new ingredient that we would use to highlight a particular characteristic. And then we move on to our pilot system here, where we can brew a small scale batch to test out some new ingredients or a new process.
Excellent. So we got a lot of learning to do about the ingredients that go into beer. So you want to go check out the first steps and look at some of the ingredients that make beer?
I'd love to.
Excellent. Follow me.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Have a good
Cheers.
day.
The key ingredient in beer is grains. Barley is usually the one that's represented the most. You want to try some?
Try some. Really?
Yeah, absolutely. So these are 50-pound bags. Actually, barley grown up in northern Maine, which is really cool. A lot of our breweries are using local ingredients here. Thanks, Jared. Appreciate that. So let's check out some of the grain here. I'll show you. These are 50-pound bags. It's actually a rotational crop with potatoes. So take a peek inside here. You can see, I mean, it looks kind of familiar, right?
Yeah.
It's like a grain. You want to try some?
Sure. Well, is it okay if I just take some?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Go ahead. Tell me what you think it tastes like.
Wow, it's like a really hearty bread or like cereal.
Absolutely. Yeah, so this is a pale malt, so you can see it's a
Okay.
lot lighter in color. It's kind of a straw color, and
Yep.
so just like you put a piece of bread in the toaster oven for a
Yep.
long period, it gets darker. That darkness is what makes a beer like a stout or a brown ale or a porter. The beer we're going to brew today is a Pilsner, so it's going to use mostly pale malts like this, as well as a
Okay.
little bit of wheat to give it a nice creamy white head. Let's go check out the milling process. All right, Sarah, so here we are in the brew house. This is the Mashtun. So this is where the grain we saw down the floor gets added to hot water to create the substance brewers call mash. You want to take a peek inside?
I do.
Okay, be careful, all right? It's pretty
Okay.
steamy in there. You ready?
I am.
All right, here we go.
All right.
Woo. What do you think about that?
That looks so cool.
So this is going to be held at a high temperature for a while before it goes in the kettle. You want to take a peek at the kettle?
Yeah, let's do it.
Excellent. Let's take a peek.
Okay.
All right. So this is the kettle. This is where the boil is going to happen. And it's where we'll add the hops. So let's take a peek inside here first.
Wow.
All right.
That smells pretty good.
Yeah, it does smell good, right? You can see it's a lot thicker. Now, let's go down and measure out some hops to be added. Hey, Brady, show us what we're doing here.
All right here are our hops. Take a look at those, take a sniff.
Wow, that smells really good.
Want to weigh them out?
I'd love to.
All right, and we've got our hops right there.
All right, I'll
There
give
you
that
are.
a pour, see how I do. That opened up here. Said 10.7, right?
10.7.
Oh, I'm getting close. Oh, almost, okay. There we go.
You're good, right on the money.
Ah,
All right, that's it. That'll be our first edition.
okay.
So can we grab them and throw them in?
Sure thing. We got a nice heavy boil going. We can put them in right now.
Excellent. Why don't you show Sarah how it's done?
All right.
Let's hop to it.
All right, I'll have you throw on these gloves real quick, just in case.
Okay, great.
This.
Let's see.
And just throw them in.
Woo!
Sorry.
Okay.
Open that up. Toss them in. It's going to be boiling.
All right, you sure?
Yep.
Whoa,
There it
look at
is.
that. Okay, so just dump it all in at once.
Dump it all in.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, here I go. Close it right back up.
Close it right back up.
Awesome.
Very good.
Wow.
All right, so these are fermentation vessels, and what happens here is the beer goes into it, it's cooled down, and the yeast is added. All those sugars that came out of the grain, the yeast eats those sugars and turns them into alcohol. The byproduct it creates is CO2. So if you look down in this bucket right here, you can see it bubbling. That's the CO2 coming off the beer and going into this. And the reason the hose is in the bucket is because they don't want oxygen to get in and spoil the beer. But I'm sure you want to try the beer before it's fermented that we made today. You want to come check it out?
I'm game.
Excellent, here we go. So, this is where the beer that we made today has been put into it.
Okay.
And you can tell, watch your step on the hose because the beer is still coming in. We're gonna open this up and I'm gonna give you, you're gonna see it's cloudy. That's because it hasn't had the time to settle yet. So I'm gonna pour you a little bit so you can taste it. Here we go.
All
so
right.
give it a taste, tell me what you think.
All right, here goes nothing.
What do you think?
It's really sweet.
Yeah, it is, right? That's the sugar from the grain that we saw earlier. And did you get any bitterness there as well?
Yes.
Those are the hops that you added.
That is so crazy that I made this beer.
Yeah, so the yeast takes time to eat all those sugars and turn it into alcohol, but it's gonna make a beautiful, clear beer. So let's go to the tasting room and see the type of beer that we made today.
Sean, thank you so much for teaching me all about beer making today.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for joining me. It's fun to show people a little bit more about making beer.
Well, just wait until our next episode when I get to show you all about making bean boots.
Excellent. Yeah, it'd be fun to make something different for a change.
And hey, cheers.
Cheers.
To craftsmanship.
So, are we making a pair of boots for me?
You're making a pair of boots for you. Let's go.
Okay. You did it a lot faster than I can do it.
You have to watch out because it's sharp. Uh-oh. What happened?
That's pretty good.
We wouldn't want you to get hurt. It's a little bit dangerous.
Yeah, sure.